Hello there, this is Lawrence, and I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about Final Cut Pro. To start out with, you would want to make a project. It's pretty easy to make a project. All you have to do is go to the File up on your top left, and then go to New, go to Project. But you probably don't have anything on here. I have some stuff, so you'd probably want to go to a new library. Create a new one. You won't have any of this stuff. I'm going to type it in as example. Oh, having some problems. I'm going to put it in as example. Now you won't have any of this stuff. It doesn't really apply to you, but all you have to really do is push save and it'll be there. See, there it is. It's over here. This is your library. Now, you just click this to import your media. This is pretty simple. Final Cut is really good at this. That's all the stuff on your computer, so that's really easy to do. So that's where your stuff will show up. You can name that opening if you want. Here's the project that I've been working on a little bit. Here's all the stuff that I've already imported. And this is the audio track that I have. I'm going to show you the shortcuts a little bit. These are all the different tools that you can use. You can use all the shortcuts to do different things, like this is the trim and you press T and it goes to the trim user. Then you can click all of these. This can move your stuff in groups around. The ones that you're really going to use are this blade. The blade can cut your things really easily. All you have to do is press B, click, and then back to A, which is your select tool. Then the hand is another one that you're going to be using a lot. It moves your whole frame around, and that can be really helpful when you're really zooming in, like I am now. Your select tool is going to bring around this little toggle thing that there's a zoom out, but your select is going to bring around this toggle device. You see, this is my project. It's pretty much done, but I feel like I could be doing some more stuff on it. So I'm just going to show you a little bit more about what the stuff you see on your screen here. There's a lot of stuff. I just talked about the stuff up in the top left. So I'm going to use this clip as an example here. You see, when I make it longer, it jumps on top, which means that it's going to be played. I just deleted it because I want to show you guys what I've been doing. So after you've imported, you can just drag it from the top to the bottom. And it's pretty simple. Drag and drop, and then there it is. If you just put your cursor right next to the clip, then it's going to show the trim. The little trim thing, and that's how you make it shorter or longer. That's pretty simple. This is my friend Brandon. He's singing along there. Now, I just want to make sure this fits right in there. There you go. Now, what I've been doing here is syncing my friend Brandon's lips with some music. So I've just been watching and listening at the same time, going back, trying to line it up, making sure everything's there. I recorded him just lip singing with the song in the background so that it would match up in tempo and everything. So that's what I've been doing in this project, is trying to get all that correctly. And it's kind of tough, but I think that it's kind of fun to do. It's kind of and Final Cut makes it really easy to make little adjustments if you zoom in a little bit more, and then zoom out, move it around, zoom in again. So you can see I'm using the blade tool, cut this, and then after that you can just select it and press delete, get it out of there if you really want. And if you wanted to, you can make it longer again. It's pretty easy to use. I'm going to talk to you about this top right stuff. This is the video editing, not placing the video, but editing it and making sure everything is how you want it. This is the color area. You see how it got brighter there when I clicked the color adjustments, and then the color match. It's asking me to match with a certain other clip. I'm not going to do that right now, but that can be really helpful when you're having brightness problems and stuff like that. I have found it very helpful in the past. And then here's the transform. Transform is not exactly crop and not exactly distort. It's somewhere in between there. You can scale your picture, rotate it, stuff like that. It's pretty simple if you really wanted to do that. Now the crop, I use every once in a while if I get a shot that has something that I don't want in it, like a light or something, or maybe if you're in a big movie, a boom mic or something, you could just crop it out, and then it crops that for the whole video sequence there. And here's the distort tool. I don't mess around with this too much. It's kind of complicated how it works, but it kind of helps you edit it into Photoshop and stuff like that. Here's the stabilization tool. I like to use this a lot because I don't have a tripod on wheels or anything like that. So when I do a pan of some sort, then it's gonna want to shake. And right now it's rendering. It likes to load when you try to stabilize it. It seems to have some slowness in that. If you really want to just look at it, you can just click on the little loading thingy, and it'll show you what's going on. There we are. So now you can watch it over again, and you can see the stabilization tool focused in on it a lot because of all the shaking that was going on. It wants to make sure that it's very stable and stuff like that. But we're going to have to take off the stuff that I put in earlier and try to make sure it's not so close anymore. And it's not that difficult to do. You see the little red line above it? That's just showing us that that's what we've selected and that's what we've changed. So I'll go back down to the stabilization tool, turn off this distort. I don't need that right now. Go into the stabilization tool and try to fix this range problem. Okay, so there was the range problem. That looks good. It's all just what looks good. And then this, it moves around a little bit, but it's better if you keep it down so that it doesn't blur as much. So now it's going to do some rendering, of course. Yeah, there should be good. You see how stable it is and how it's a lot better from the previous clip. If you ask me, I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but it's a lot better than what it used to look like. So that's how you use all that stuff. All the rolling shutter is just kind of a fancy thing that you might want to look into later when you get better at it. This is just if you want to make it a little bit transparent and stuff like that. We're going to look a little bit to the smaller details. This little icon, for the first one there, it puts the little line on to show you where your thingy is. The second blue one just plays the music while you're dragging over it. The third one with the headphones lets you turn off your music so you can't hear it while you're playing stuff like that. Then There's some other stuff that, I don't really mess with. If you really want to make some more shortcuts, you can. This is the import button here. This is how you can, some people say easily, but I would say this is just a way that you can look at all the stuff that you have on in your different libraries and stuff like that. This is just sorting your clips and stuff like that. I think this is kind of cool. I use it sometimes. Um, this sorts your things, the video clips that you have by date. So you uploaded them all at the same time, then it's kind of easier to do. And also, what's really cool about it is if you click this little X, then the red line above it comes up. If you click the green star, so you can tell yourself which clips you like and which clips you don't. And I would say that's about it for you guys. Maybe not. I don't know. What else do I have? Oh yeah, here's some of the text stuff. So this stuff over here, this is text. As you can see, you can type in where the text says. So you go over here to the title, and then you can choose the text. You can type your text in and see the fonts and stuff like that. But the thing that most people get confused about is in these black ones over there. They really need to be put on top of a picture instead of by themselves, so that you can see the picture. See it right here. It used to have a black background, as so, but then when you put the picture on top of it, which I can't quite seem to do. Anyway, when you put the picture on top of it or under it, then you can see the text over the picture and no black space. Us as videos do not like black space or anything like that. So, oh gosh, I just can't seem to do this. But I would be able to zoom in and do it, and then it would take a little bit longer. But that's how those work. These are certain effects that you can go onto your pictures and video. You can like make your videos seem darker or lighter, stuff like that. These are all your photos. If you wanted to easily import those, they would be down here on your dock. This little symbol up here. And then next is this music thing. If you wanted to just import straight from iTunes, it's easier this way. These are transitions. If you had a certain style of movie, then you would put them in between the two video clips to make it easier to transition between all that stuff. And I would say that's about it for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something about Final Cut Pro.